Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the knowledge. Even coffee beans are getting hit by the heavy tariffs costs. It's crazy. In America, a lot of people like coffee. Some people hate coffee. Some people are only tea drinkers. But in America, it's a fine mix, right? And coffee is sourced from all over the world, from coffee fruit to coffee beans, mainly coffee beans. Let's see what's going on.
Tonight, new concerns about the cost of your caffeine fix. Coffee prices are surging as new tariffs take hold and consumers turn more cautious. I recently sat down with the founder of a growing roastery as coffee chains across the U.S. confront the true price of your daily brew.
Coffee is a ritual. Coffee is something that people cherish every single day.
Gregorys Coffee is the founder and CEO of Gregorys Coffee, a New York roastery with over 50 cafes nationwide. We first met in February when coffee bean prices had risen after years of bad weather in Brazil and Vietnam. 7 months later, Gregorys faces new challenges, from a more cautious consumer to tariffs.
Consumers are being a bit more choosy as to where they want to invest their money. When you're spending $4, $5, $6, $7 on a beverage, you expect it to be hitting the mark.
So everything from the coffee to the lid to the sleeve to the cup.
And you know what? This all reminds us to the infamous Starbucks brand. Honestly, there was more Starbucks stores than there is liquor stores. Let's just be real. And Starbucks, the quality of the coffee wasn't no better than McDonald's, to be honest with you. They source their beans from the same places. So how was Starbucks better than McDonald's? And if you're like me, you go with Peet's Coffee as a chain coffee. Peet's is pretty good. Unfortunately, we don't have Tim Hortons here in America like Canada does, but it is what it is. Peet's will do. It's funny because both Peet's Coffee and Starbucks Coffee started on the West Coast. Starbucks started in Seattle, I believe, and Peet's Coffee started in Berkeley, the Bay Area.
How are tariffs impacting this simple cup of coffee?
A year ago, it would have been more traumatic because our cups are being made abroad. We successfully moved our paper goods all domestically earlier this year, so thankfully we're not facing a tariff when it comes to our paper goods. Unfortunately, what's inside the cup now is being heavily tariffed.
In April, most countries got hit with a 10% tariff, and more recently, another hike.
Look at this map. Out of everybody, India's experienced the highest tariff impact. Sheesh. I didn't even know we got coffee from India. I thought most of our coffee was from between Brazil, Colombia, and Vietnam. To be honest with you, Vietnam probably has like the best quality coffee. And I'm talking about in my opinion. I don't know about Ethiopian coffee, but I heard it was good too. But I'll say from Mexico down to Colombia and Brazil, it should be just as good. I guess, well, Uganda. I don't know about Ugandan coffee, but yeah, let's go.
Brazil, where the majority of Gregorys Coffee comes from, now sits at 50%. Director of Coffee, Jake Leonti, gave us a behind-the-scenes look at their roastery.
Our next container will have that 50% tariff on it, and that's going to impact the business.
Look at this guy. You can tell he has money. I'll probably be dressing like that too when I get some money.
Tremendously.
Leonti has considered sourcing more from other countries, but there are limitations.
Is it all created equal, or is it going to be a different taste for a consumer?
Every coffee has its own terroir, so it's going to have a different flavor. You can't just plug in any coffee to trade out of Brazil or in Nicaragua.
It's kind of like picking the right cognac. Some is more smooth, some is more bitter, sour. It's the same thing with coffee beans. Some coffee is going to taste smoother when you grind it. It all depends on how you grind those beans. Because if they're grinded too finely, it actually makes the bean actually taste different than what it is. It just all depends on how grainy it is when it's grinded correctly.
The price you pay at the store for a pound of coffee has jumped more than $2.50 compared to last year.
I'll say 2019 prices was probably the best. It was probably $4 then, but you could always go to Costco and get that San Francisco Bay brand if you don't want to pay the high cost for Peet's or Starbucks. Starbucks is too expensive for no reason.
Tariffs are partly to blame. Fotis has yet to raise menu prices, but he says it's inevitable.
If prices go up a few pennies, 4 or 5 cents across the board, we're hoping that that doesn't necessarily turn off our everyday customers to say like all of a sudden this feels completely out of whack with what I was expecting.
It's like crack. If you want it, you're going to get it. So there's nothing to really worry about because it's not going to stop everybody from buying it. If you really want something, you're going to get it, right? If you have the availability to do that.
Okay. We would only be doing these things if it's a real economic impact or squeeze that we're feeling. It's definitely not something we love to do or feel comfortable doing, but to protect the business.
All right, you guys, we're going to wrap it up right there. You know what to do. Subscribe. Peace.